Yeah, so yesterday we learned about images. So I given an overview on what are the types of images supported in HTML. So while working with images, these are the image types supported in HTML. Right. Now, one example yesterday we designed like for displaying the contents. So we designed an example here. Yeah. So this is one example with all the font styles and effects we learned. So this is one example we designed. So one simple small screen we have designed by using font styles and options. Right. Now here you need to understand how to deal with the images because we can keep an image here and we can design with images. For that, first we need to understand basic of images. And to do that, yesterday I given you the list of various image types supported. What are the image types supported? Right. Now, after understanding that, now one more important point a developer should know is actually so a developer must know about about the situation to use a situation to use specific image type. A developer must know about the situation to use specific image type. That is important for developer. You have different types of images, but the point is you should know the situation to use. Actually,
कहाँ
um, these days we have different types of images, but one of the major image types and when to use them and how do we work with them is important here. So I will just give you one overview about what is the image types and purpose actually. So yesterday you got this table here and the table have all these options to configure. So yesterday we got this table and here different types. In this you have the options. So that means we have an type, image type and its purpose. So what are its features and what is its purpose? These are the basic things you need to understand. Features and purpose we need to know. Generally, few regularly used image types. We have PNG. PNG is portable network graphics. That is what PNG is. Actually, what is PNG responsibility and role? What is the PNG type? What is its responsibilities and roles? Actually, PNG responsibility and role is nothing but actual PNG is having a high definition, high resolution, and a high definition. PNG have a high resolution and high definition, and it is an uncompressed, uncompressed image type. Actually, it will have more pixels, more pixels. Due to that, they are very much clear. So they have more pixels, high resolution, high definitions. Technically, resolution and definition is nothing but definition means high definition means rich color set, and resolution means more pixel depth actually. Resolution is so more pixel depth, that is depth, that is called resolution actually, and the definition is a more set of colors, that is definition. More set of colors and more resolution, it is an uncompressed format, right? So that's what I defined here. That means they have this, but these type of images are heavy. That means they occupy more space, they occupy more space. PNG type images, they occupy more space. Generally, developer, when he must use PNG types, actually developer always recommended to use PNG type when you want to provide images in such a way that user not only just watching on the screen, but user can download that image and he can use that image for later in his computer. He can use as wallpapers and all. Even JPG also done, but I will tell you the difference. So that means when to use this. So always use PNG format images when you want a high quality. It's a very high quality image which can be downloaded and use it for later. So always you have to use PNG format images when you want a high quality image which can be downloaded and used for later. Generally, some people may ask immediately, like, I can download JPG also. You can download anything. It doesn't matter. So that means you can download anything, you can use anything, but we are talking about standards. That means we are discussing about the standards, technical differences. What you use, we don't care, right? We always follow the standards. Because some people will come with a question like, I can download JPG also. JPG also have a good quality, but it doesn't matter. Up to your knowledge, that is having good quality. But what you should know is actually JPG, JPEG, these types of images, they also have high resolution. They also have high definition, but they are compressed image formats, compressed image format. Compressed image format is what is problem is. So when you start expanding, that means stretching. When you start stretching the image, it will lose the quality. It will lose the quality immediately. It will lose the quality immediately. So it will lose the quality immediately. That is the problem here. When you start stretching the image of PNG, when you are stretching up to certain extent, it will be maintaining the quality. But any image, when you are stretching more, then obviously it will be losing its quality, but PNG supports for several levels, but JPG immediately loses. And it is compressed. That means, so it occupies very less space in memory. Less space in memory when compared to less space in memory compared to when compared to PNG actually. Less space in the memory. So when compared to PNG. So JPG have less space in the memory
Yeah.
technically when compared to the PNG format of images. So they have high resolution. That is the reason, suppose,
Yeah.
for example, some JPG files are present. So I have
Ah.
some 10
Okay.
JPG files. And those 10 JPG files I need to copy into a pen drive. So if I want to copy them into a pen drive,
Yeah.
and those 10 files were unable to fit into pen drive, so little large, then we will think about zip the files and copy into pen drive. And if you are trying to zip the JPG files and copy them or attach them, that is the foolish thing we are doing here, right? That means you are not technical person if you are doing so. Why? Because it's waste of time in compressing JPG files, because JPG are already compressed files. Even you zip them, it
Yeah.
doesn't
Okay.
matter for them. They will not show much difference. Only 5
Apun hai.
6% of ratio of size will be decreased. That's it. That means compressing JPG files, zipping the JPG files is always a time waste process because already they are compressed. So that is the reason. Then when we should use them, actually, it is recommended to use JPG files. So for on-screen display only. That means always use JPEG to display images on screen. So that means when you are providing images on screen, not much recommend means I am on screen, I am presenting a banner. On screen, I am presenting an advertisement, and I want a high quality banner or advertisement on the screen. My intention is not to download and use it. Then you can go with JPG. So you may see different types of people using different types of images, but that is not good as per the standards of web development. So we don't care what other people do, what other website do. So we just need to follow certain standards in designing. And for that, we need to know these points, because many times people come with these questions. Like in a website, I have seen somebody, a JPG file is there. I can download that. You will see so many things on the web. Whatever the websites are, you will find. Obviously, those all websites may not be following all the standards, right? So several websites are blocked by web. Several websites are not available to all users. Several websites will never come in the search results. That is all because they don't follow the standards. Website can be designed anyway. They don't care if you don't follow the standards. But if you don't follow the standards, then your website will be always ignored. So that is the reason we have to follow the standards for that. We need to know these important things, right? That is PNG, that is JPG. Purpose actually. We have GIF, graphic interchange format. Actually, GIF is low resolution, and GIF is so low resolution, low definition, and GIF actually it supports only 256 colors. 256 colors. Actually, actually JPG, PNG, they support 16-bit, 64-bit, 32-bit colors. So that means millions of colors. But this will support only 256 colors. 256 colors only. So that means it supports only 256 colors. Very low resolution. Size almost similar to JPG only. JPG only. Size doesn't matter. But they can be animated. They can be animated. That means GIF can have animation. GIF image can be animated image. They can be animate. They can be animated. They can. You can simply say they can have animations. They can have animation. Not all GIF files. So few GIF files may have animations. Not all GIF files. Few GIF files may have animations. They can be animated, but it's not mandatory that every GIF will be animated. Then when to use these actually? Actually, as a developer, always use GIF for logos, for bullets, for buttons, for cursors, for symbols, all these purpose. So you can use GIF files. You can use GIF files because they are very small. Button, logo, these are very small. Cursors, symbols are small. And in that small, you don't need a high definition picture. Only 256 colors images are enough, very small images. So if you are designing a logo, if you are designing a bullet symbol, you are designing a button, then better prefer GIF format. So better prefer the GIF format. And the GIF format can have animation also. Animated GIFs also can be there. We will put some images and we will see that. But the problem is color quality will be lost. Okay, we will see that. So I will show you that simple point. I will show you one simple example. Observe carefully. Suppose I opened MS Paint. In MS Paint, I will open some picture. So here I am opening a picture. So in our project or somewhere, we have some pictures. So let's open. So let's open images and some pictures are there. I will copy some image, some shoe or shirt or some image. Okay, this is the image. Now I will go to file menu and I will save this image. I will go to file and save the image. Save as. I am saving this image here as PNG. I am saving this as PNG. I will do one thing. I will extract from a large image. You can see more better. You can see here. I will open one image here. Okay, this is a large image. I will copy that. Let's go to new file and paste it. I am adjusting this image here. We are creating one small image with the height and width. We are adjusting an image. Okay, that's fine. So that is the height width adjusted for the image. Okay. So now I will adjust the height and width also. Means page height and width also correctly to fit that image. Yeah, page height and width also correctly fit. Okay. Now let's save this. I am saving this. I am saving this. And I am defining this on desktop. I am saving this. I am saving this as a car. And see, the extension is PNG. Car, I will give the name PNG and type as PNG. Okay, save it. So it is saved. Now go to file and save the same image as type JPG, as JPG, and the same image, same height, same width, same colors, and I will change to JPG. JPG and type I selected JPG. Okay. Okay, fine. Same image again save to another type GIF, GIF. Select GIF and car.gif is the name I will give here. This is GIF type image and save it. Okay. And see immediately it shows a warning. You can see that warning says that color quality may be reduced if you save picture in this format. That is what we discussed. GIF have very less color support. It says that color quality will be reduced when you are saving in GIF format. Okay, then obviously it loses the color. It loses the color format. Not all the colors, 256 colors it can support, but you can see it is lot of blurred. You can see lot of blur. Lot of colors are gone here. And pixel depth is very less here. Due to that, you can see dots will be there. Pixel depth will not be there much like JPG and PNG. And it is not a good quality image. So, but it is having 256 colors, okay. So the point now observe carefully. On desktop, I saved them. Car.png. Right click on car.png and see the properties. You can observe that the PNG size is 1.33 MB. PNG size is 1.33 MB. And the color looks normal. So 1.33 MB and the quality is good. The quality for that image is good. Now open, right click and see the properties. And you can see JPG 228 KB. That means 1.3 MB image. You can say that almost 80% size reduced. Only 200 KB now, 288 KB. That means it was previously having how much? You can see that. Previously, it was having 1.33 MB PNG file. The same picture is having same height, width, same picture. It is having 228 kilobytes. That means lot of change in the size. So much change. It is very complex here. You can see that it is almost 80% compressed. That is the reason if anybody without knowing all these technical details, they start compressing the files, zipping the files. Compressing and zipping JPG files is always a time waste process. You will not get more than 5-6% of ratio of size. If you are looking for only 5-6% ratio, it's okay. But it's waste of time of JPG compressing because already they are compressed. You cannot compress more than that. So already they are compressed formats, but they also have the same quality. They also have the same quality. They also have the same quality. So pixel depths are very much important here, right? So that means generally, all these are generally, you know, technically, when you are using mobiles also, in mobiles, they say that, so you are purchasing a 15,000 rupees mobile, 15,000 rupees mobile, and they say that we have 48 pixel camera. Seriously, 48 pixel camera in 15,000 mobile, it's nonsense, right? It can't have. DSLR, SLR, DSLR, all these have 24 pixel or 28 pixel only. Professional photos. They have 28 pixel, 30 pixel, 24 and 15,000 and they cost up to 40,000, 50,000, 30,000, right? And they are used for professional photographies. and your mobile says I have 48 megapixel camera. That's nonsense. That is all bluffing you. Actually, you can see the technical specifications. They divide that pixel ratio. 5 pixel one camera, 4 pixel one camera, 3 pixel, 4 cameras, 3 cameras. That's all bluffing you. It's not that much pixel range. That is all bluffing you. That means any technical guy who knows about all this, he says, seriously, you are providing a 46 pixel camera for a mobile. So that can't happen at all. That is all bluffing you because technically you don't know. That is the reason they will go with that. And obviously they cannot cheat you. That's the reason in details they will say that one camera is this much, another camera is this much, and they will tell you so many warnings also accordingly. Right? That means whatever you generally know about that image, actually that is not the type. Technically it has a lot of other specifications. And if you miss those specifications, you don't know the specifications, you will be misguided into that. That is the reason for an ordinary person, everything looks normal. But for technical people, it matters. When to use JPG, when to use PNG, it matters. And you see GIF file. GIF file is also similar. When you see the GIF file, you can see GIF file is also similar. So I am looking at the GIF file and you can observe that GIF file I already told you not much difference. You see, it is a lot much difference in size between different images, but lost the colors. So this is not good for high quality images. It is good for only displaying images like buttons, icons, logos, and all these type of options are supported. Technically, when you are dealing with images, you need to know about these two important points. Technically, while you are dealing with that, you need to know about these points. So how we can configure and how we can define various types of images. So when to use them is important. These days, so very popularly used image format is, and it is well recommended, is SVG. SVG, scalar vector graphics. Yesterday, scalable vector graphics already, yesterday given the definitions and all. Actually, SVG is high definition. So high definition, and SVG also have high resolution, and SVG support vector graphics. Actually, vector graphics means it is not pixel based. Vector graphics means, so actually vector graphics belongs to XY axis. That means two-dimensional resolution actually. Vector graphics means these images will not lose quality even after increasing. So zoom level, even after increasing the zoom level. So even after increasing the zoom levels, that means it will support several levels of zooming, and it will not lose the quality. It will be clean. So this another advantage is these are XML format images. These are. And the specialty about XML format images is, so these type of images cannot be blocked by firewalls. They can flow through the firewalls, and they cannot be infected with virus. So virus. XML files cannot be infected with virus. They cannot be blocked by firewalls. They can flow through the firewalls. So that is the reason these are great and good for the latest, but not every time again. So situation, that means SVG has this one. Generally, we use SVG type images So that means always use for diagrams. When you are using diagrams, you are showing some architecture diagrams. So you are showing some architecture diagrams, workflows. You are showing some workflows requires a lot of hierarchy, and so etc. For them you can use them. This is good. That means actually generally very large architecture diagrams will be there, very large workflow diagrams will be there. Those we cannot show completely on screen at a time. We will put a simple thumbnail and we will ask the people, like, you zoom it or you download it and zoom and you can view it. Do you know? So majority of the pictures that you see on Google Maps, you change the zoom levels and view the images, right? Google Maps uses these SVG type of images in its maps, actually. So the buildings, the diagrams, the roads, whatever you see, all these are designed in SVG format. You increase the zoom levels, it will get more clarity, but that is also having certain limit. Maximum, it will not lose the quality. When you are zooming, it will increase the quality. When you are zooming, it will increase the quality more. It will increase the quality more. And it will be showing more depth about that image. These type of images are called SVG type images. And these days, these SVG type images are very commonly used. So very commonly used. And not everywhere. So not everywhere. So they are actually in these kind of situations. You see, suppose you are learning Java, .NET, PHP, Python, architecture diagrams will be there. Online, you can see that architectural diagrams will be there. Observe those diagrams, majority they will be SVG format only. They will be SVG format. So what is the specialty of that is, they will look very small, but when you click and you can zoom and you can go into this and you can use it. Now, very recently, one more image format came. So very recently, modern, is WebP. And this image format actually, it is more compressed than JPG. This is very recent one. WebP is very recently being used by developers, and it is more compressed than JPG. That means you can say that more compressed than JPG means, so 26% and 36% more. And very important is these images support transparency. They support transparency, which is also called as alpha channel. They support transparency. That means you want to put a high quality photo, but transparent. That means we can see through it. In the background, what is there, we can see through that. Transparent images. For them, these type of images very much used. Because when you are making the transparency for JPG, PNG, they will lose the quality when transparency is changed, alpha channel is changed. But this WebP can handle that type of formats. So that is the reason it is supported on all latest browsers, Chrome, Firefox, Edge, and Opera. They support all these web format of images. So we have separate converter softwares. You can download those converter softwares and you can convert the PNG, JPG to WebP, and we can use them. Another point is, so they have pre-compiled formats actually. This is pre-compiled means very much compressed than JPG with good quality. So in the modern uses, we are using these very much now. And but directly WebP format saving files are not supported in every software. You need to download separate plugins. You need to download separate softwares for converting PNG to WebP and use that WebP, right? So that means, so this is for images which you are going to display with transparency. You want to put in the background. That means mostly for background, foreground images. So with the transparent content to display such things. So this WebP is very much trending now these days. These are some important image types, how to use them. That means how we can use and how we can work with them. That is the first option, right? So 2 points everyone should be clear. What type of images you can use, and why to use those type of images, when to use those type of images, that we have to understand. Once you know that, then we can know about the attributes. So that means attributes to embed, how to embed images, to embed images into HTML page. You can use IMG element with the following attributes. So to embed images into HTML page, we can use IMG with following attributes. What are the attributes? What are the attributes you can use? So let's see what are the attributes that we can use for images. So important attributes. We will classify 2 different categories. Some basic attributes and some advanced attributes. So attribute and a description. What are the general attributes and how we can keep the images? So let's take a look. So technically, the basic attributes used for image element, C, and it is an void element. Already we know that. So that means image is an void element. I told you IMG image. IMG is an void element. Void element means will not return anything by default, right? And it is a self-ending element. So you can see that I am adding some images, pic.html. We are designing. So a design here, doc type. So let's keep doc type HTML head and title images. Okay. And in the body section, so I am keeping an IMG, and you can see that will not display anything. It is empty. It is not showing anything. It is empty. There is nothing there. Now, what are the attributes for image? What are the important attributes for image? First important attribute for image is alt. Alt is one important attribute for image, and alt is nothing but it specifies the alternative text to display when image fails to load. When image is unable to load, then it will not keep empty. It will put some alternative text that you can define by using alt. Here, see, image is not there. I am using alt. Alt is equal to, I am displaying here. So I will simply put a text banner here. I will just keep that message. And you can see that. So it will get that text there. It will get the text here, banner here. That means when image is not there, we can display some alternative text. You may ask like why image will not be there. Obviously image may not be there. Why? Because in many browsers, they can block images. Because one of the main problem is unnecessarily if images are loading for websites, so then they consume a lot of data also. Then you are very much concerned about consuming data, because these days you see mobile service provider, they say that every day 2 GB you can use, 3 GB you can use. and you open 2 3 websites and it consumed half of that. That is the concern for people who are specially worried about the data consuming. Then what they do is they disable images. We can disable images. So in browser, we have that facility. We can disable images. That means image will not open. Then if images are disabled, that means browser have that facility. For example, see, suppose you have to go to the settings here, and I will go to here the Chrome. So we have the browser Chrome or Edge. You can go to the settings and you can search for the image related options. I will show you. So I am opening the Chrome browser. Yeah, this is the Chrome browser, and in the Chrome browser, so I will open Chrome colon / settings. I can open Chrome settings. In Chrome settings, in search settings, search for images. You will see site settings will come. A yellow mark is showing site settings. In site settings, you will find an option here. In site settings, you will see that images show all. Click on that and you can see images show. We can block images. Don't show any images. We can switch this. That means images will not open in your browser now. Why we are not opening? Because we don't want image until or unless we need it. When we need, we will right click on the image and we will say view image, show image. So the point is images can be blocked. Images can be blocked. When images are blocked, then we have to display some alternative text that we can do by using alt. That means here we will define, suppose some Nike, so shoe, so or their website name, www.nike.com, something like this, and you can see that will be displayed there. That image text will be displayed. So alternative text will be displayed only when picture is not there. If picture is there, it will not be there. Alternate text will not be displayed if picture is there. Why? Because picture will display in that place. So you can't see alternative text. So you can see that, suppose here. So how we can put that, we will see. How we can keep that, we will see that. So technically alt is to display alternative text. So what the alternative text you want to keep there. Okay. Next option is SRC. Another important attribute. This is alternative text. Let's keep that example here. So that is just alternative text. So I define that alternative text here. That syntax I am giving here. You can keep here. So suppose add or something like this, you can add there. Fine. Next important attribute, SRC. SRC actually it defines the virtual path for image. It defines the virtual path for image. So this is nothing but source location, resource location. This is the resource location where it is present. What is its name? The virtual path of image. That means it is nothing but it specifies the image to display. It specifies the image to display. So that means its name and path. Its name and path we need to configure. It specifies the name to display. So which image you want to display, you can define by using SRC. Now here, one important point which you will learn in hyperlinks. When we discuss about hyperlinks, we will learn about it. Actually, when you use a link, you are using href. And when you are using image, so we are using SRC. And both are source only, path only. Then many times that question comes, what is difference between SRC and href? The difference between SRC and href is actually href, it sets the path. It sets the path. It sets the path. It defines a path, new path, sets the path. And SRC is not setting the path, it gets the path. SRC is to get the path. I will show you how href sets the path in links concept. We will discuss about that. Href is not to get the path, it is to set the path. And SRC is to get the path, not to set the path. Images just need to get the path, not to set the path. That's the reason images will not use href. Href is not getting the path, it is setting the path. What is setting the path you will learn in links concept. We will discuss use this SRC. And here we are writing here SRC. I am using SRC. SRC is equal to, it is in images. In images, we have some shoe.jpg. That means some shoe.jpg. I'm using some shoe.jpg. And already I told you in the beginning itself, never use physical paths. C colon, D colon, E colon. On server, they will never work. Always use only virtual paths, right? Okay, now run this and you can see that image will be displayed. Image will be displayed here. This is the image. And alternative text is not there. And observe carefully. So this is displayed. So suppose I'm using on some other browsers. So other browser like Chrome. I'm opening this on the Chrome. It is displaying on the Chrome. But open Chrome settings. Chrome : settings. You can go to Edge settings also. In Chrome settings, here I will go to images and I will go to site settings and image settings and block images. After blocking images, I will refresh this and you can see that picture is not there. Alternate text will come. That means picture source is correctly mentioned, but it is not coming because your browser is blocking. You can see right side. So in the browser, you see images are blocked. Images were blocked. That's the reason it cannot show images. Again, you enable that images and refresh here, then image will be displayed here. It will be displayed. So that is a very common thing. When image fails to load, why image will fail to load? Because several reasons will be there. Firewall may block that image because it may be having some virus. So firewalls can block that images. Browser can block the images because they are disabled. They are threat to the browser. Such situations will come. Then instead of image, they will put some alternate text. Now we have another option. So this is source. That means how we define the source. How we define the source. This is example. How to configure the source and define the source. So alternative and source. We have another option. So we have a title. Title is nothing but it specifies the title to display as tooltip. When mouse pointer is over the image, when you move the mouse pointer over the image, then you can get a tooltip, screen tip. So generally we call them as screen tip. So screen tips, you can get a screen tip when mouse pointer is over. For example, see here, alt I am defining. So simple text, alt I am defining as a pick here. Okay. And here I am writing title. And in title I am saying visit www.nike.com. That is like this. We defined some title here. We configured some title. We are writing some title. And you can see that. I will save this and refresh here in the browser. when I open that and refresh here. And you can see when I move the mouse pointer onto it, and it will show that tip. When I move the mouse pointer onto picture, it will get the tip. That is the title. That means the title you want to display when mouse pointer is over that image, that you can show by using title. We can configure that by using title. So title is used for displaying the title. So that is the example here. So, and this I will copy. Yeah, you can have alternative text. You can have title. So you can have title and SRC. SRC is to display the source, right? The source, the path of that. Okay. Next important. So in the image options, obviously we have width and height. Width and height. So they are used to specifies the width and height of image in pixels or in percentage. In pixels or percentage, they define the size. Technically, they specify the size in pixel or percentage. What is advantage of percentage is, so percentage is percentage, right? Percentage is more responsive image. Responsive image means which fits according to the browser window size. According to the window size, it will fit according to the window size. That is more responsive actually. So percentage, you can see that. Suppose I am defining the width and height. I defined the width and height. Width is some 400 pixel. Height I defined as some 300 pixel. 300 and 400 pixel width and height. The image will be like this. That is the height and width. I am defining, suppose width 600 pixel, height so 400 pixel. And you can see that image size will increase. And I am increasing more 800 pixel width, 500 pixel height. It will be more increase. Observe carefully. When I am restoring the window, you can see a scroll bar will come. So then I have to scroll up and down. That means when I am restoring this window, a scroll bar will come. I need to scroll the picture left and right and watch that image. Because our window size is different and it is larger than the window size. Actually, image is larger than the window size. That is the point here. So now I will do one thing. I will change this to, so percentage. That means 60% of window size and 50% of window height. Then image will display like this. I'm adding like 80% of window size and 60% of height. It will be like this. Observe carefully. When I'm adjusting the width of window, it will fit into it. That looks better. So that looks better. But of course, if you are changing the height, width you cannot reduce more than that. Fits. Height, of course you can. Why? Because height obviously can be changed. Because a lot of content will be there in the page, you can scroll up and down. But actually this image can fit according to the browser. You can see the size adjusted according to the browser. This is responsive. So flexible images, we can give flexible images. But that is not needed every time. Only when you are targeting multiple devices like mobiles, tabs and all, these days very common. So there is another technique of making it responsive. We will learn several more options in CSS. We can make that responsive. So that we can define in percentage or we can define in pixels. So depending on the requirement, which one you want. So percentage or pixels. So this is a simple option of how we can configure the percentage and pixels. So this is an example for that. This is width and height of the image, how you can configure. So you can make it more responsive. You can configure and make it more responsive, right? Next, important, another option, width and height. So we have another option. So that is align and border. So we have border. So that means it sets border for image. But you cannot change the border style. Border style you have to do with CSS. Border for image. You have to define border size in pixels. So that means we can put a border here for the image. Border is equal to some 3, and you can see the image will contain a border here. It will have a border here. So it will have a border here. You can see the border. Suppose it is 13 pixel, so then border increases here. We can keep a border, but we cannot change the border colors, styles and all in HTML. Of course, you can change in styles. So in style, we can put a style and image. So we say already it is having border. We have border radius as 20 pixel, and you can see that it will get a curved border. And of course, you can say border color. Border, so many are there. Top color, bottom color, left color, right color. I can give border color red, and you can see I can give border style. So border style as dotted, so dashed. You can see those styles will come. It depends on. But in HTML, you can't do all this. That you can do in just CSS, right? So we don't need to worry about that now. It just sets a border. Colors effects you can change by using CSS. You can define that. So this is the style. That means this is an option for configuring and defining the border. This is the border. How you can configure the border for image. So we can have alternative text, source, title, width and height, border. Another important is we have align. This is it defines left, it defines left and right alignment for image. It defines left and right alignment for image. Image don't have a center alignment. They don't have center alignment. But you may say that I have seen several pictures in the center. Of course, you will see, because if there is no center alignment in HTML, you will obviously do that by CSS. So we don't have that alignment. We have only left and right, because actually, so alignment for image is used for wrapping text around image. You can say wrapping text beside image. To wrap the text beside image, so we have to use alignment. So that is the reason only left and right alignments are there. Center alignment will not be there. For example, if you want to keep here some picture, okay, I will just change this to 40% or 50% and 50%. Height and width of 50% height and width here adjusted here. So we are configuring 20% width and height adjusted here. And I will temporarily remove this border, and I will keep some paragraph here. So we will keep some paragraph here. So let's go and keep some paragraph here. So we are adding some paragraph. So let's add some paragraph here. Configuring this and adding some paragraph here. That means I can add paragraph just below it. I kept a paragraph. And you can see that the image and the paragraph is below that image. Paragraph you can try here. So align as justify, and it will get right side even. And see, I will shift this paragraph and keep above the image, and you can see that it is above the image. You can keep it above the image, or you can keep it below the image. You cannot keep beside the image. But see, now what I am doing is, for this image, I am just keeping align as left. Already image is left, but keep align left. It will wrap the text around it. That means you can see the text will come beside it. If you have more paragraph information, it will wrap around it. That means I will copy more paragraph information. I copy more paragraph information, and you can see that it wraps around it. So we can keep two alignments. So we can keep left alignment, you can keep right alignment. You can keep right alignment. One picture can be right, another picture can be left. Like that you can configure, but try here. Center alignment is not there. It's not working. So center is not working. And to keep center, we have to implement other options like CSS attributes and all to keep it center and wrap the text around it. We have to implement a lot of CSS. You can keep one left, so you can keep one right. I will copy that. And here I am adding one more image. So this is suppose another shoe1.jpg, and you can see another image will come. And for this image, I will keep as a right alignment. It can be right aligned, but you cannot keep anything center aligned. So we can keep left or right alignment. That is for images, how you can configure the alignments, a left align or right align. There is no center alignment. To keep in center, we need to know about styles and other layouts to keep the content in the center. We can have only two alignments. And when you are setting the alignments, you have another option. We can set V space and H space. V space and H space. V space and H space. H space. This is nothing but horizontal and vertical space. So vertical, and horizontal space. Horizontal space. Vertical and horizontal space. Technically, we can see vertical and horizontal space. Vertical and horizontal space is nothing but it sets space between text and image. It sets space between text and image. That means you can see, so the text and image, I want to set some space between them. Then I can go here and I can just set here. So this is V space. It is vertical space is equal to 20, and H space, this is horizontal space. It is also 20. And you can see that the space will adjust a little bit. And I said horizontal space to 30. And you can see some more space will come here, image. Beside the image, some more space will come. Not for this image, right side image, only left side image. Horizontal, vertical space, you can adjust. I am just taking it to 10, 10. Then you can see the space is adjusted there. Horizontal and vertical space is defined by using this. So this is V space and H space, which you can apply for images when you are displaying along with the text, horizontal and vertical space. So this is the attributes for horizontal and vertical space. These are the basic attributes that you generally use with images to display the image and to work with the image. These are the basic attributes. But image having some advanced attributes, which you cannot see difference functioning here until or unless you know some server-side technologies and integrate with server-side. So a lot of advanced technical options are there. So for images, some advanced properties are there for images. Those advanced attributes we don't regularly use, but as a developer, we should know them. But we cannot immediately see the output also, because they need to work with regard to several other in the background, like server-side technologies. when especially we are using images with server-side integrations, a lot of advanced options will be there. We need to understand so that we will see some more advanced attributes for images in next session. Tomorrow we will discuss about that. Then tomorrow with image, we can design some layouts and we can create some samples. And I will give you some tasks also tomorrow so that you can practice them, right? So tomorrow we will see how to design some examples with images and we will learn about advanced attributes of images, right? Yeah. Tomorrow we'll continue with that.